And hello, SUNY Cortland. Welcome to another awesome episode of The Morning Dragon. I'm your host, Dan Kosselman. Today we are very excited to bring you some exclusive student interviews with some of our fellow students here on campus. Our first guest today is Chester. Chester, why don't you come out here, bud? And why don't you tell us why you're here, Chester?
Well, hi, I'm Chester Bennett. I'm a junior business economics and political science major, and I'm from the student government. I was vice president this past year, and I'm going to be president-elect the coming year.
Awesome. Why don't you join us on the couch so we can get this thing rolling. So, Chester, you said that you were vice president last year and you'll be president-elect next year. What was the election process like for you?
Well, it's very stressful. Of course, you don't know exactly. You plan a lot about what you're going to do over the next year, plan your life around it a little bit, and you don't know whether or not you're going to win, so it can be really stressful. But it's also very exciting to really get out, meet the students, and hear what they got to say.
Right. And what type of time commitment does running for vice president or president of a college take?
It takes a lot. It takes a lot. Not only, of course, this year I was also doing my work as vice president at the same time, and the classwork being dual major, but on top of that, it was basically, 8 a.m. to midnight or more every night, mostly on the student government stuff, and then you got to do the homework. So I was out there meeting students. We were tabling 2 hours a day, trying to meet clubs every day if we can, get to other student groups on campus. So it was almost all of my time was just taken up by that.
Awesome. So you're a political science major. What are your thoughts on Donald Trump?
Well, as president of the president-elect of the student government station, I don't want to get too political. Not my favorite president, I'll say at the least, but I'll leave it at that.
All right. And what's your first thing that you're trying to do or change or make better on campus for us?
There's a lot to do on campus. I think we can all agree there's some progress that needs to be made. I think the most pressing issue is ASC. We've heard a lot recently about just the poor treatment of student employees at best and sort of racial insensitivity at worst. And so my biggest priority next year is making sure that ASC has a better management culture. They know how to work with students without being disrespectful and making it an enjoyable place to work as much as food service can be, trying to really make it someplace that students are happy and proud to work.
Awesome. Do you live on campus or off campus?
I live on campus.
On campus? What hall?
Alger.
Alger. Awesome. Well, great stuff. Now it's time for our Dance Zone segment. Hit it!
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mambo number 5. One, two, three, four, five. Everybody in the car, so come on, let's ride to the liquor store around the corner. The boys say they want some gin and juice, but I really don't wanna be a buzz like I had last week. I must stay deep, cause talk is cheap. I like Angela, Pamela, Sandra, and Rita. And as I continue, you know they're getting sweeter.
Some song. One more question before we go to commercial break, Chester.
Yeah.
Are the rumors true? Are you actually dead?
Not yet.
Not yet. All right, we're going to go to a quick commercial break with a PSA from our boy Griffin.
Hi, this is Griffin Constant here with an emergency PSA for the Cortland, New York area. I need a girlfriend and I need a girlfriend now. My last girlfriend, Bridget Costello, broke up with me last night because I said the fish looked stinky. But I need a girlfriend now because I went home and I told my mom I definitely still had a girlfriend and I can't go home without one, or else I will get grounded and I will make fun of me. I'll treat you like a princess. Anything. I'll snuggle you, I'll kiss you on the lips, I'll take you to any movie you want as long as it's free and someone funny is in it, like Seth Rogen or Adam Sandler. Please call my number now at 908-635-6921.
Water into squishy goo! Turn your bathtub into a gooey adventure with Squishy Bath! Just sprinkle some Squishy Bath and in seconds your boring bathtub becomes a squishy blue underwater world! Or add some Squishy Bath to your pool and travel to a red planet! Add some Squishy Bath to your tub and turn it into a prehistoric green swamp! Then magically turn Squishy Bath back to water! It's environmentally friendly and won't clog drains! It's fun and for
And welcome back, everyone. My next guest is another SUNY Cortland student here, and we're excited to bring him on for a new film review segment called Simon Says. Come on out and introduce yourself, Simon.
Striking!
Hello, my name is Simon. I'm a junior at SUNY Cortland.
Awesome. Come on over here.
Thank you.
Awesome, awesome.
Push your mic on. Parker. Push your mic on, Parker.
Hello. Today I'm here to discuss one
The
of
boss
the
can't
two
hear you.
great loves of my life, cinema and my cat, Mr. Bubbles. But I'm going to be talking about
The
cinema
wireless
today.
mic that's next to your shirt.
You good?
So explain to us why you're here, Parker.
Well, as you know, I've always been very into films. That was a lot of what I did when I was a child. I'm here today to discuss one of my favorite films of all time, Spy Kids 2: The Island of Lost Dreams.
All right. And what did you like about the movie?
Well, you know, Dan, as my entire childhood, I received very little attention from my parents. Most of the time, I was spent by myself, lying on my basement floor.
So, Chester, who do you think the best movie villain of all time is?
Well, I mean, it's in the news now. I think Thanos
a lot of
is pretty
times I
good.
used to cry by myself to go to sleep at night, and I was a very isolated and angry child. I just wanted revenge on both my family and the world. But that all changed in 2003 when I got Spy Kids 2: The Island of Lost Dreams on DVD.
Truly an inspirational movie.
It came to me during a dark period of my life, and it holds a very special place in my heart. I've seen the film over 347 times, and to this day it never gets old. I give it an A+.
How old were you in 2003?
I was 14.
Really? Okay.
So, Simon, who rescued Carmen and Judy from the Island of Lost Dreams?
Did you know that Judy's real full name is Judy William Astacio Rose Cortez Phoenix?
So, Chester, there's a lot of debate about the Island of Lost Dreams, and
I know, yeah.
it's very controversial in the series of Spy Kids.
Not the favorite.
Not the favorite, but the biggest controversy that many movie critics have to say.
I want to interject. Spy Kids 2 is a cinematic masterpiece. It's one of my favorite movies of all time.
Then why is Judy ginger when his parents
not
have
gonna
dark
sit here
hair,
and have
Simon?
him berate Spy Kids 2 like that?
It's a classic.
Could Bernie Sanders defeat the Night King?
He's a little old.
Wow. Truly an inspiration, Simon and Chester. Thank you for joining us today, gentlemen. Until tomorrow or the next day, thank you, Cortland. This is The Morning Dragon.
Should I leave that? Is that?
I mean, you tell me. This is just like my love life. I always get left